Good morning. I know I said that was my last video, but there was one other, and probably some other things will come up. Really important thing I wanted to talk about, and addresses one of the questions in the feed, and it's about toxins. And one of the reasons that you may be breathing better after changing your sheets is because toxic exposure, especially for people who have challenges with detoxification, is a big deal. So remember what I said at the beginning of this cleanse is the idea is to stop the interference. When your body is constantly like, blah, like looking for all of the things, it can't quiet and pay attention to the things that it needs to repair and fix so that it can handle all of the things, right? Like that's the whole point of this, is to remove the interference, quiet the body, allow it to do its job before you infiltrate it again with all of the things. So I've had people do this cleanse and then they're like, they get off and they're like, I'm going to the diner to eat a greasy cheeseburger. And you know what? To each his own. If that's what you want to do, do it, do it. And I'm going to say that that's not what your body is looking for. This is an opportunity, right? So the reason, going back to the whole toxic exposure thing, is you are in a ripe place where you just quieted all of that noise, and throwing interference at it, like environmental toxins in our makeup, in our laundry soap, in our home cleaning products, in our cookware. I'm not joking, you guys. This stuff is not little. Like these are not like, oh, it's fine. I eat a really clean diet and I exercise every day and I'm not overweight. So, the Teflon and the bleach and the Tide, that doesn't really matter. I'm here to tell you it does. And it matters a lot because it's not like a one-time exposure. It is chronic exposure. And I know too much about chronic illness to lie to you and say, yeah, no big deal, just worry about your food. Well, your food is foundational. It's what I tell people all the time. It's like, if you put wiper fluid in your gas tank and then ask your car to do anything, well, that's on you, right? Like, it's not gonna go anywhere. There's a lot of other things that your car requires to operate, for sure, but foundationally, to get in it, start it, and move it, you need gas. It's the same thing with food. Now, when you are putting toxins in your gas tank, right, like wiper fluid, and then you expect your car to run, that's not on your car, that's on you. And that's what we're doing with this perpetual exposure to habitual toxins. Water is a great place to start. Cleaning products is another great place to start. Getting all of your cookware out one by one and replacing it with cast iron. Literally, cast iron is the only cookware I use in this house. And it's taken me years to convert it. Well, I'm sorry, not only. I do use some stainless steel with really heavy bottoms because I would say that's a pretty close second. But cast iron is some of the least expensive cookware, and you don't need to go get Le Creuset. Yeah, they're awesome, but I buy mine as Lodge, Lodge. Those are my Dutch ovens. I have a massive, massive skillet that's like this big that I use constantly in the oven and on the stovetop. That's a great way to get toxins out. But look at the low-hanging fruit and stop with the interference, right? Like, those are all triggers for your body to not function optimally. So as you're doing this with food, pay attention to what's going on in your environment, and that includes all plastics. So I know that this may seem like a lot, but just pick one. Maybe just pick one a month and say, I am going to change over all of my cleaning products this month. And then maybe next month say, I'm going to get rid of 2 pieces of cookware. Mother's Day is coming. For those of you who are moms, maybe you could throw a line to the peeps in your life of what it is you might get. This will serve you over the long term, and these are short-term investments for long-term gains. So don't sell yourself short. You've done great work here, and in order to really reap the benefits, pay attention to all of these things.